Well, he made it. Yay! Okay, our speaker for the evening is Treasurer John Chung. Here he is. And what we're going to do is have him speak whatever for a little bit, and then we're going to do the questions and answers. Like I said, I'd rather, since there's such a large group here, to have everybody like go in the middle. We'll give the microphone to everybody, and then just do like a 1 minute question, and then we'll kind of go from that, because I know there's a lot of people that probably want to say hi or whatever. So, Treasurer, want to come up?
Good evening. It's a great pleasure to be with all of you. I am John Chung. I am your state treasurer. I've had the incredible privilege and fortune of representing you for the last 20 years here in Culver City. And so I have a long history with this club. It's great to see Jonathan Friedman, right? There was earlier generations, Lee Walensky. So from the very outset, a little bit about my public service and perspective so that you have a deeper sense about who I am. I'm the oldest, right? We are a product of our life experience. So I am the oldest child of immigrant parents. My parents came in the 1950s, like so many others, without a lot. My dad came to this country with 3 shirts, 2 pairs of pants, about $100 in his pocket. English was his 5th language. My mom came separately from Taiwan. English was her 4th language. She went to a junior college, worked so that she could learn English. I was born in the early 1960s in New York, raised in suburban Chicago. Some of you know our terrific insurance commissioner, Dave Jones. Dave Jones and I went to high school together. He was student body president. I was student body vice president. We ran as a ticket.
And you're both courageous.
Thank you. Right, but I certainly didn't have a design for running for public office. But public service for me is a calling, right? I love what I get to do because I wake up every single day excited because I get to be creative. And I think about how to be creative to help all of you to make your lives better. I want to give you a life that's better than one that's been afforded me, right? And I've been afforded this incredible opportunity to run for governor of the state of California, despite, as we mentioned, humble beginnings. Because of sacrifices and struggles, not only of my parents, but people who have a better vision, a more inclusive vision for all of us. But we have to understand this doesn't come easy. We were the first Asian family in our community in suburban Chicago. In 1960, 2 years prior to when I was born, Asians were 0.6% of the population of the United States of America. And so I didn't know, right, I knew I was Asian, but I didn't really have a deep sense of what being Asian was because there were no other Asians in the community I grew up with. But people looked at me differently. They treated our family differently. And so we faced a lot of discrimination, not unlike earlier generations of Americans. Right? We have to stop the perpetuation of discrimination against those who are immigrants, those who are quote-unquote minorities, right? We have to stand up to the ideals perpetuated by the wrong thinking in Washington, D.C. We are stronger together. We have to understand that this is an incredibly diverse state, and we all benefit because of us together. And so we benefit socially, spiritually, economically, right? When the president talks about putting up a wall with Mexico, they're our largest trading partner. Why would we put up a wall with our largest trading partner? Canada, Asia, China, India, other countries in Asia are going to move 900 million people into the middle class in the next 10 to 15 years. Why would we deny ourselves the opportunity to grow businesses? And I'm really focused on creating good middle-class paying jobs. Why would we deny ourselves that opportunity? Right, during this last recession, when America was broke, we got a lot of Asian investments into this country, right, that kept people's jobs afloat, that gave people hope and opportunity. And so my whole career has been about expanding opportunity. It's been about building an economy that works for every single individual. We know that in too many senses, this economy is rigged, right? We just saw it in Washington, D.C., right? The top 1% just got a tax plan where they're going to benefit. What's really interesting is actually to see where the economic divide starts. I have a council of economic advisors where they said the top 1% benefit, but the next 14% get hit. The next 14% get hit, right? And oftentimes people aren't sensitive, but here we are in Culver City. We know that real estate prices are really high, right? We know that adjusting for costs, 1 in every 5 of us lives in poverty. That's not acceptable, right? I've worked really hard throughout my public career, public service, right? I'm the only person in California history to have served in all 3 elected state financial offices. A lot of people, it's like, until we get into financial trouble, it's like, John, we know you're really, really, really good at what you do. Just don't tell us about it. Right? But I do what we care about, right? What you care about. You're financing your dreams. You're financing your life. That's what I do every single day for you at the state level, right? Because my parents understood America was the